Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video, we're going to take a look at both charts. Bitcoin in the decline and Cardano, a bit of profit taking going on here with now 7% to the downside. This morning in my video, I told you that on the 1 hour chart, we started to see a bearish divergence. I think this then started to play out. Of course, the question is now, is that pump over? And we're going to take a look at that in this video. We start with Bitcoin, which is currently declining a little bit. You know that we primarily on this channel do expect a large sell-off into that region down here between 20 and 29k. And yeah, I mean, theoretically, this could already be the turnaround. It could be. If it is, then at least we are going to see a faster sell-off here. Otherwise, what could happen in this wave 4 here, in which we still are, according to what I think, this could drag along like this wave did. Bear in mind, this is a larger wave 4. This here was a smaller degree wave 4 back here throughout December, and this is now a higher degree wave 4. So it could really take longer as well, you know. And I hope it doesn't, but a wave 4 can sometimes be quite draining. I said that before. The price did retrace obviously to a fib level. This already theoretically would allow the price to move down in that scenario. And at the moment, what can we see here on the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin? Well, let's just take a look, and I guess we can identify here some sort of a potentially descending wedge. I mean, it's a bit speculative. That could theoretically break here to the upside. A descending wedge would normally break to the upside. Yes, we are here in a range, but it's just something to be aware of, because either way, there is I think the price is moving here into an apex. It typically means that the downtrend is possibly slowing down here a little bit, and we can see that by looking at the chart. You can see obviously lower lows. It's only the 1 hour chart, so I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it, but I know a lot of people want to know what could happen imminently. And you've got the descending wedge here, and you've got the bullish divergence on the RSI, indicating that, yeah, hey, we could really see a bit of a push here to the upside, and that bullish divergence could then lead to a breakout. But personally, I wouldn't trade it in this case, because what are we? You know, this would go up. Obviously, we are here in a corrective wave, which means if the wave 4 is a correction and is going up, that means the overall trend, because wave 4 is only corrective, the overall trend, yeah, is going down. That's what it's currently doing. That is why I wouldn't personally trade against the trend. All I would do is dollar cost averaging in longer time frame, you know, in longer term positions, or for my hodl portfolio. But yeah, overall price looking weak generally. Yes, we can see on the 1 hour chart a bullish divergence forming, but that's only on the 1 hour chart. Nothing of too much significance here. What we can also see in terms of the price being fairly weak generally, because it did drop obviously off, couldn't get through that resistance line here at 44k. We can see the EMA ribbon. I did actually have it here somewhere open, so I'd probably just need to put it on the chart again. The EMA ribbon, I just want to show you, oops, no, of course not there. EMA ribbon, let's just take any one of them. And what I just want to show you is that the price is really here on the 4 hour chart. It has dropped again very clearly below that EMA ribbon. So the EMA ribbon is nothing else than, if you don't know what it is, it's just basically the cluster of different EMAs, so exponential moving averages. And some traders use it to trade. If the price, for example, is dropping below the EMA ribbon on a certain time frame, you could go short, and if it goes above the EMA ribbon, it could be a long trade, right? That is how some traders use it. There are traders who only use the EMA ribbon. Some traders combine it with something else. There are so many different strategies about trading. But it is an interesting indicator, especially if it's used on the higher time frame. So especially here on the weekly, what you can see with that EMA ribbon is that on the weekly, the price has also dropped below the EMA ribbon, and that was here beginning of January. So it's currently below the weekly EMA ribbon. And yeah, that is quite significant. That is quite significant on the daily. We are also below the daily EMA ribbon. So, it's the chart is in a downtrend very clearly. Overall, you can just see that, and we can probably also put a higher level downtrending line or descending trend line here somewhere. Yeah, very clear descending trend line. I mean, I would probably need to find here one where I get all the touch points I need, but this one would give me, I think, 3 touch points. So it's a descending trend line. Take the EMA out again because it just messes it up a little bit. But there you go, you can see that descending trend line. And unless the price is getting above that, that's probably going to push the price down lower. So based on that, we could assume, yeah, the price has already seen here that wave 4. It did the minimum it needs to do in that wave 4 retracement, and would theoretically be ready for a further sell-off. We don't know until the price is dropping below 39.5K. That is that previous low. I think as soon as you drop below that, we can see a lot lower prices being unlocked. All right, so let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano going down a little bit here in this latest move up. Was it a fake out? Was it no fake out? Now we don't know yet. But what I did tell you all the way along, that this was not a confirmed uptrend, to be fair. And I did say that a confirmed uptrend for Cardano, as far away as it seems, I personally wouldn't confirm it really until we are above that wave X here. That was the 245. I think above 245, I wouldn't be comfortable. I think there was even here that that local high here at 245. I wouldn't be confident to really confirm a breakout, but all the way along, I said, what is so important for Cardano is to build a buffer between the dollar and the current price, so that in case of a further sell-off of Bitcoin, Cardano can hold above $1. Because if Cardano drops below $1, that will mean a longer correction. It could take the price down to 60, 65 cents. And from there on, then Cardano has a chance again to recover. That, to be honest, has a few advantages as well. Yeah, we don't want to deny that. And I talked about that before. That a lower price will mean that in the next wave up, typically the price will go up higher and more dynamically. It's like a spring that you basically extend and then you release it again, or you press it and then you release it. Overall though, I think it would be very nice and very good if the price could hold above $1. It is a realistic chance. I would say it's a little bit higher, the chance that the price holds above $1 than that it goes below. But to be fair, the chance that it drops below $1 is not too low. I mean, I would even go with something like 60% holding above $1, 40% dropping below $1. At the moment, unfortunately, the price could not hold above that descending trend line. And again, I think that's due to Bitcoin's sell-off and probably also related to profit taking. We can see on the 4-hour chart that we did build here something like a beginning of an impulse. So let me just take out here some of these previous lines. They make it difficult. There you go. So what we can see here, we see here an ascending trend line, right? So here on the downside, descending, we can see that descending trend line. Obviously, we couldn't hold above 155. It was important for me to hold above 155 or at least above 145. 145 was one of the important fib levels where we came down, we touched here. That was today, right? And then we moved up. No, that was yesterday. And we moved up again and then we came down and just couldn't hold it. Now we are still above the ascending trend line. So that would be for me the next important support, that ascending trend line. Good chance that we hold here. As long as the ascending trend line is in place, I would say that overall uptrend here is in place, that overall impulse. What we can see here, we could interpret as a beginning of an impulse. And I think what we see here, is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next wave 5 would still be coming. However, bear in mind that this scenario is only at play until we hold above 136. So very exactly, we talk here about 135.5. We need to stay above that wave 1 top. So very clearly what we need to do And that impulse is important because an impulse goes in the direction of the trend. So what we want to do, if this is an impulse, we want to make sure we hold we hold above that wave 1, because a drop of that wave 4 into the territory of wave 1 would invalidate that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. Yeah. So what I could think is realistic, because that would work very well here according to what this thing, the trend line here does. So you've got your wave 1, you've got your wave 2, you've got your wave 3, which is typically the longest wave. In this case, it was fairly long. Then you come down in wave 4, which, to be honest, is a very, very strong downtrend. A wave 4, I typically wouldn't expect it to go down that strongly, which makes me a bit skeptical. Also, it came down a little bit too fast. Yeah, in terms of the fib levels and how much it is retracing at the moment, for me, it's a bit too strong. Yeah, I don't really like that. From a structural point of view. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. So with that wave 4, you don't want to come below 136. Now, coincident here is that trend line also, yeah, that we have on the chart here, is pretty much sitting at the same level at 136. So if you drop below that trend line at the same time, you would also invalidate that pattern, and then I think the immediate uptrend is over. At the same time, you've got the 50-day moving average also at around 135. So that is a very, very important level here. I think we can, without a problem, go down to that level. When we do that, what we're going to see probably is on the daily that we're also going to find support here on the RSI at the 50 level. As long as we can hold on the daily RSI above 50, I'd be confident that we continue to go up. Yeah. The last few times when we saw here a push above the 50 level and it dropped then again, then that was just that fake out that we saw here, yeah. Now the price is again still quite comfortably above 50, it's currently at 55. It would need to hold above that level, and then we can probably assume that the price is going to continue to go up. But if it drops again, then this was probably just a fake out. On the MACD, on the daily, it's losing a bit of steam, but that's not a problem. It did that before here in the move up here back in July. There were also periods here where it then went down again and went up, so you've got that. That's not a problem, but it needs to, the bulls need to pick up again, you know, soon. And ideally, you want to see that when we come back to the trend line, because when we do that, probably on the 1 hour chart, you will see that the price is getting oversold, so it could push the price then higher again. We're currently here on the hourly chart at the 35 level of the RSI. Now you want to be able to, you know, from 30 downwards, it's oversold. From that point of view, you see probably traders go in again, depending on their strategy. And the MACD on the hourly, I mean, it's only the hourly chart, you can see the selling pressure reducing down a little bit. Yeah, so there is a chance that we find support here, but we need to find support above that 136 level. If it drops below that, what that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is sort of invalid, and then we can't really talk about an uptrend anymore. Well, it could still be an uptrend, but it's not then that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. Then we would need to look at what we do then. Certainly still very interesting and important for the bulls that the price is doing something. And it's not over yet, just because we dropped below that descending trend line. Don't think it's over yet. Well, nothing is decided yet, I would say. So we are still above the 50-day moving average. We're still above that trend line, and we're still above that wave 1. So it's still all at play here, and the price has a chance to turn around, especially as on the shorter time frame we're getting into the oversold territory or close to it. ADA BTC also shows us why we're probably are going down. First of all, probably because Bitcoin is going down, but then also we could not get through here above the 200-day moving average in yellow. So there was strong resistance, and you know, ADA BTC is just showing, is ADA moving stronger than Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin moving stronger? That, in my view, has a strong importance. Whenever ADA made the new all-time highs here, it was outperforming Bitcoin, and oftentimes the performance of crypto assets is measured against Bitcoin. Still here in an uptrend, it is clear that nothing can go up in a straight line, so retracements are needed. Retracements are also needed here, especially on the ADA USD chart, to build new support levels. That is just important. You know, you need it. Nothing can go up in a straight line. If things go up in a straight line, it can very easily drop very, very much, but you need these support levels, you need these ups and downs. So yeah, it remains very interesting. Now you know the levels to watch, and hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.